We got a show!
Welcome to another episode of We've Got a Show here at the Fenton Village Players. I am joined tonight by the director and the two actors who are starring in our next production, which is called The Zoo Story, a new version, which is happening on our second stage here at the theater. The director, I'm going to let you actually introduce yourselves. Go ahead.
I'm Amber Gensterblum Holdren, and I'm directing the show.
My name is Jeff Rogner, and I play a character named Jerry in The Zoo Story.
And I'm Rob Conway, and I play Peter.
Thank you very much. Now, the second stage that we have is done, actually we're sitting on the second stage right now, our lovely backdrop and everything. This is our smaller stage that we do smaller shows on. We do it in the activities room of the building, and it's just where we can try out new material. It's where first-time directors can kind of practice, or I don't know, practice probably isn't the right word, but kind of get their feet wet with being directors, and gives more opportunities for our actors to find different roles and kind of put themselves out there here at our theater. So I want to talk about the show, but I would love if one of you guys would kind of give us a little backdrop to what the show's about.
I feel like that should fall to me.
Yeah,
probably.
So I'll take.
I mean, you guys could fight over it. It could be a whole different podcast, but
It might be a whole different play.
There you go.
Yeah. So the Zoo Story, this new version, is a one-act play.
Mm-hmm.
It's a two-person play. We have our two-person cast here, where two men from very different backgrounds meet in Central Park and end up having a conversation about their perspectives on life and the compromises they've made or not made along the way, with a little bit of a surprise near the end. The playwright was the same playwright, Edward Albee, who also wrote Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf.
Mm-hmm.
So you get some of the same like really rich text and like banter and wittiness, which is fun.
Nice. And then it's called the new version. Do you want to give me like a little bit more information on that?
Yeah, I can share on that a little bit. So this play was the first play Edward Albee ever wrote.
Okay.
And he wrote it in 1958 as a one act, which is what we're performing, is just the one act version of the play. In 2007, he added a prequel act. So he added an act 1, and this became act 2. And in the new version is where you get both of those acts together. So it's also called At Home at the Zoo.
Oh, okay.
When you get the combination of the two. The first act, and maybe this is a fun behind the scenes fact from us, the first act covers Peter, Rob's character, and his wife's relationship.
Oh, okay.
So Jerry, Jeff's character, isn't in the first act at all.
Oh.
And we've all taken different approaches to reading or not reading that first act,
Mm-hmm.
and how that might skew our perspectives on this show.
Okay. That makes some sense. Yeah. I didn't realize this was his first show.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. I love that. Jeff, do you want to give us a little idea on who your character, I can't talk, it's okay. Who you're playing, what your character's about, what you found while being this character, and then Rob, if you could as well.
Sure. Like I said, my character's name is Jerry. He's gone through his entire life not necessarily having an easy time. That's putting it mildly. So he's gone through life just struggling, right? He's bounced from household to household, and where he lives now is not necessarily a great place for him, and he's just trying to get by, gathering things that he needs, but not necessarily any of the things that he wants. Mm-hmm. So he's got a very intellectual look on life, though, because of that, because he likes to read. Mm-hmm. And so you find these things out about him as he goes on, that he's like a really intelligent individual, not necessarily what you might suspect from him when you just read about this character who's kind of like a gruff, like mm-hmm. disillusioned guy. He's actually a pretty smart, intelligent guy, and he likes to. His whole point is trying to kind of bring life into another person that he meets that day. So.
Okay, Rob.
And I play the character Peter. Peter is quite the opposite. So this is a story about two very different men that happen to cross paths in the park. So Peter is a very conservative man who hasn't really had to compromise anything at all in his life. He's always done what was expected of him. He grew up, he got married, he has 2 kids, cats and birds, and he lives on the east side of Manhattan, in contrast to Jerry that lives on the west side of the park. And every Sunday, or nearly every Sunday, he comes to the park and he reads his book. And this particular Sunday just happened to be one where somebody came up and approached him and engaged him in conversation. And sometimes you learn that when a conversation can change your life.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, I like that. I was reading up on it a little bit when I was getting ready for this and doing some other stuff for the theater, and it seems to be that there's a big focus on some people just spend their whole lives isolated, and they're trying to have connection. So do you feel like that's what this show is about, is just trying to make real connections? Because I feel like that's something that's very important these days, especially post-pandemic.
I would say this is very heavily built on trying to form a connection, honestly, for both characters. Okay. And one is like trying to reach out to make a connection, and the other person is kind of being like forced into having a connection, like wake up from your sleep and have a connection with something that's real rather than just what you've like settled into.
Yeah, because I do believe that like a lot of people will relate to both characters at different points, but I think the story in general kind of shines a light on modern society and how we are in each our own silos, I guess, or our own boxes, and we're kind of cut off from each other. And even though the story was written decades ago, I mean, nowadays, even with the internet and mobile phones and social media, we still feel like we're isolated. So I think it's just as relevant now as it was when he wrote it.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, 12 people can be in one room, but if they're all on their phone, how connected are they actually? So it really is something that I think we struggle with as a society so much these days. So, and then now, Amber, this is your first time directing here?
Yes.
Correct? How has your experience been so far?
It's been great. I think what I've really liked about my first show here being on the second stage is that there's more capacity to take risks. I don't think very many places would allow you to direct a 2-person 1-hour show because there are fewer cast members with family members who are going to come see it and be contributing to ticket sales. Maybe fewer audience members would just read those facts and say, yeah, sure, I'll spend some time to go see a 1-hour show. But the show packs such a punch in such a short amount of time that it's taken us the same amount of rehearsal hours to really dive into this 1-hour play as it would for most 2-hour shows, right? And that's like a risk and investment in me as a director and us as a team that I don't think is very common in most theaters that welcome outsiders to come in and like try something new and do something different. So that's something I've been really grateful for and have found to be a luxury. Like we've done a lot. We've been doing a lot.
I think, because I've been around a lot for the rehearsals, and I think the thing I just appreciate the most about what you guys are doing is I come in here all the time and you guys are like sitting there and you're not just telling them what to do. You guys are sitting together as a group and trying to figure out what fits and what makes sense the most. And I think that's the best thing about Second Stage. It really does give you the chance to like be a part of every aspect of the show. So
I think that's what, I mean, this show really needs an intimate space like this. And with just a cast of 2 people, I mean, it's just us. There's no one, we're not able to stand behind anybody. It's just us up here.
Yeah.
So it's like, every time we run through the show, even today, we make discoveries literally every time we run the show on things that we piece together that we may not have noticed. We bring in some of our backstory that we bring to it, but there's been a lot of discovery in the way that he wrote it, which is what I like about it.
I like that. What could people expect to see when they come? Like, what type of, is there a lot of humor? Is there a lot of back and forth? Like, what are they going to experience when they come without giving anything away?
Yes.
A little bit of everything?
A little bit of everything, yeah. I mean, it's just a conversation between 2 people, and, some of it is kind of sharp, and some of it packs a punch, and some of it is really quite funny. So it kind of has everything, like every good script does that has been around this long.
I like that. Perfect. Perfect. Trying to think what else we want. So let's just remind everyone again, when is the show taking place?
June 19th, 20th, and 21st. It's a great Father's Day outing.
It
Plenty of
is.
time to grab dinner and come see a show.
There you go. And where can they go to find tickets?
You can head over to fentontheater.org. So the Fenton Theater is re.org.
Perfect. Thank you guys so much for doing this. We just wanted to take a second and let everyone know about what a great show you guys have coming up.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks
you.
for chatting.
No problem.
Cool. Thanks. This is the hardest part.
This is the hardest part. The rest usually flows fine.
This is like me when we go through the scenes. No.